And we begin with news that the outspoken Homabay Senator Gerald Otieno Kajwang has died. He passed away Tuesday night at Mater Hospital in Nairobi due to a cardiac arrest. And we begin here in Nairobi, where the family is gathered at the Lee Funeral Home to pay respects to the late Senator Otieno Kajwang. Kajwang died late last night of what is believed to have been heart failure. And in yet another tragic turn, latest news from Homabay say that Kajwang's father has been rushed to hospital after he collapsed on receiving the news. Now, we shall be speaking to Alfredo Mulo from there in just a few moments. But first, to the Lee Funeral Home, Betty Kialo begins our coverage.
At the Lee Funeral Home, where the late senator's body lay, a somber mood as family members and various leaders gathered to pay respect to an unmistakable figure in the country's politics. A painful moment, especially for family. Leaders recounted their last moments, with many of them saying that it was a life cut short.
Otieno Kajwang was a man who was never afraid of saying the truth, however painful. I've had occasion to work with him very closely, and I know that was a very trusted friend of our brother Raila Odinga.
As a team leader in the Senate, Gerald Otieno Kajwang has been one of the most dependable senators in the CORD fraternity. He represented us in most critical committees, and his production in those committees was beyond question and reproach.
So we have lost a great man, a man who believed truly in a free, independent, corruption-free Kenya. He dedicated most of his life to fighting for justice.
Kenyans went on social media as early as 1 a.m. to pour out their condolences to the family of the late charming leader. Leaders too recounted their last moments with him, saying he was his cheerful self as late as Tuesday evening. Kajwang is currently admitted at the Aga Khan Hospital in Kisumu after suffering shock on receiving the news. Prayers are underway at his Runda home, where his family has been gathering. In a statement, President Uhuru Kenyatta said the death of Kajwang was a big blow to his family, the people of Homabay County, and the whole country. The statement read in part, "It is hard to comprehend how the cruel hand of death has so suddenly snatched Senator Kajwang from our midst. He was an energetic, jovial, and extremely pleasant person to deal with." Deputy President William Ruto sent a message of condolence to the family and people of Homabay County, saying he was an astute, dedicated, passionate, and humorous politician. "We have lost a steadfast leader whose contribution to good governance and democracy in the country is evident." CORD leader Raila Odinga called his death a terrible loss to ODM and CORD and sent a message of condolence to his family and party members. He said Senator Kajwang was a very strong and dedicated member in the Senate. He was a great debater. He was an active member nationally and internationally. We join family in mourning this very painful loss of a colleague and patriot. The family is due to release funeral arrangements in the coming hours. Betty Kialo, KTN.